Okay, so yesterday what we did, we covered the fact that when you're making your goals, you need to be thinking about the things that you love to do and also the things that you're good at. Yeah, remember that? We talked about that.
Yes.
And the intersection of that, where they meet, is the sweet spot. That's the spot, that's the area where you need to be setting goals for. Not just the things you love, because there are things that you love but you're not good at. Like someone was telling me yesterday they wanted to be a singer. And I said, are you a good singer? She said, oh, well, I do karaoke. I said, look, you know, in today's world, right, where you can compare your voice to a million other beautiful voices, it's really tough to make it in that game. There are things that you're good at, but you're not loving, right? Like, I know that some of you are really good at cleaners, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good cleaners, but it's not your life choice.
I hate this.
Okay, it's not your life choice, right? So what I'm saying is that you've got to pick something that you love and that you're good at. The intersection of that, where those meet, that's your mojo. That's where you need to set some goals. And I said yesterday we had to set some short-term and long-term goals. What I want to talk to you today is the areas where those goals need to be made, right? So there are different areas in our life where we need to make goals for. What could be some of those areas? Practice? Practice, yeah? Yeah, okay. I'm talking about areas. For instance, yeah, definitely practice. Practice is one of those things that will get you from love to being good at. Definitely. Practice will get you from here to there, to being, yeah? But there's areas in our life. For instance, there's what you're doing here, which is education,
Okay.
right? So that's, I could say that's a mental goal. So there's a mental aspect to our goal setting. That's what I mean, but what sort of areas? So there are mental goals. All of you decided unanimously that you wanted to go and get yourself a podcast, right? You just decided, right? That you want to go and subscribe to a podcast. That's a mental goal. That increases your mental. What other areas in our life would we be able to make goals in? Any other?
Sport.
Sport. So sport, what would we call that? Anything to do with the body. What do we call that? Like sport, or doing an exercise, or joining the gym, or eating healthy food. Action. We call that physical. So there are physical goals. What about the goals to have to do with you and your relationships, whether with friends or with family or with your loved one? Emotional. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, could call it emotional or relational, but let's call it emotional. So there's emotional goals. Yeah? Or relationship goals. We're going to call that. Yeah? What other areas? So there's mental, physical, emotional. What about? What about this one?
Yes, of course, money.
Money, okay? We call that, it starts with an F. Finance, yeah, financial goals. There could be others, some of you, you just enjoy, whether it's riding a wave when you're surfing, or whether it's going to church or meeting somebody, or working as a volunteer in a soup kitchen, or just going out for a walk in nature. We might call that a spiritual goal, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So we're complex beings. We have a mental side, we've got a physical side, we've got an emotional and a relational side, we've got a financial side, and spiritual. There could be others. You could say, oh, you know, I want family goals, or I want a goal to do with my career, right? But, or you could put those in under financial as well. But what I want you to do is I want you to discuss which of these areas at the moment is most important to you. So in pairs, grab somebody else, and if there's an odd number, I'll come in, right? And then we'll talk about that. Which is the most important, and then perhaps you can get a pen and paper and write down at least 2 goals for each of those areas. Is that okay? Okay, let's do that.